Hey everybody, this is Soda. Missed you guys. It's been since April since I made a video. Last video we rolled the Arty Castle chunk, which gave us an 87 crafting grind and a 75 thieving grind. But on this particular episode, we're going to start off with a viewer actually giving me 2 bonds. His name is Kite Man. He just randomly messaged me and asked me where I was, and he gave me 2. The most of this video is going to be level ups, because for a couple months I had to world hop the charter salesman, and I bought soda ash and buckets of sand, and I took occasional breaks to pickpocket men. I think I finished with 116,000 items bought from the charter ship, and I don't know if you guys ever bought sand and soda ash from the Port Khazar charter, but it's terrible. There's 30 thieving. Do a little bit at a time here and there, and every time I finish smelting some sand and soda ash, I'd either use my fishing trawler teleport, or if it's on cooldown, just the walk I had to do. I got this sped up ×3 just so you can understand how long it actually took me. And also, after the crafting grind, I changed the aspect ratio of my recording so it isn't so bunched up looking. Trying to do a little bit better. But when I was just world hopping for days on end, I don't think the motivation was really there. But I just grit down and got to it. And there's 60 crafting. And now that my games teleport is on cooldown, I walk back to fishing trawler and get my next load. And this right here is going to be another big milestone level, level 65. Can't really do nothing with it right now, but it's 10 levels from where I needed to be. And here's level 70. And I can make diamond amulets and crystal helms. Like, that's going to happen anytime soon. The grind wasn't terrible, it's just time consuming. A lot of bots hop for sand and soda ash. And there's level 75. And it gets very demotivating after a while when you're hopping for hours on end for every world to have 1, maybe 2 or sold out completely. And I figure I'll throw this in the video. This is a guy killing Sarachnis with about 4 or 5 ults. And it was like therapeutic almost to watch. I wouldn't really call it botting, because I mean, he did probably pay for all the accounts, and it's probably more like a multi-box. They all kind of attack at once. And it just melted them. It was just nice to watch. I watched them for about an hour. Seeing all those spiders die at once, I just thought it was amazing. And I figured you guys want to see it too, so I tossed it in the video. Anyway, here's 80 crafting. We got 7 more to go. Pretty good milestone. Took a lot longer than I thought it was going to. I'm not going to lie to you. When I first started this chunk, I was expecting it all to be kind of fast. Not gonna lie. I figured every world had 10 buckets of sand and 10 soda ash each, and I was wrong. I was very, very wrong. And as you can see, it had 11,000 soda ash and 11,000 buckets of sand. So this should be enough to get me to 87 crafting now. And you can add this up. It's 52,000 buckets when I'm done, and then add that to the soda ash that's needed. It'd be 124,000 or so. Yeah, stuff I had to buy. It was a lot. And there's 84 crafting. When I was editing this video, I'm not sure why I did this at 84, but for whatever reason I recorded me checking it off. And still now it just baffles me why I did this. Maybe I was just so tired of world hopping, and I was like, well, I'll go and check it off now. I don't know, but in my mind at that time I thought I was done. Yeah, I wasn't. So I got back to world hopping, and there's 87 now. So I went back and finished it, because I did some thieving. I got to like level 40 something. Then I realized, you know what? I never did make a light bulb. and I got my levels mixed up. So there's a couple light bulbs I made, and I saved some of the glass for like later quests. I know a lot of quests use glass, and I don't want to have to run back to make some. I've used enough, so yeah, let's go get this gnome pickpocket and roll another chunk. After I get the level, of course. I'm going to start from where I started, 41 to 55. I'm going to do these warriors. They're a little pain because they walk around a lot and you miss a lot, but it's like the best available thing I have. It's either this or men, and I'd much rather do Artie Knights. But now that we got 55, we got one single Artie Knight we can pickpocket, and he usually roams this courtyard and around the bridge. Yeah, there he is right there. So we can pickpocket this knight now. At first it's going to be rough. I'm going to miss a lot, but as the levels progress, I will get better fail rate. And what I'm going to do is be a little cheeky. I'm going to get on my PK Pure and have him splash while I pickpocket. And there we go. I need to get level 70 magic on my Pure anyway, and this should get me into 60s. And of course, when you're a chunker and you're splashing in a chunk that's unique, you always have people kind of pop up to get their XP too. There's 60 thieving. I'm just messing with you, Voyant. I like you, dude. And this right here is going to be getting slapped in the face. Again. I'm making pretty decent GP as well. There's a nice 69 thieving. And I'm making pretty decent GP. If you remember my Hill Giant grind, there's 75 thieving. I killed a lot of Hill Giants, only made like 400k at the end of it. Granted, I could have picked all the loot up, ran it back through the maze, but that's a hell of a walk, and I don't expect anybody want to do that. So I just picked up the coin drops and herbs. I didn't even bury all the bones, kind of slack. But now that we got 75 thieving, we're going to head back to the trawler, and from the trawler we're going to walk through the gnome maze and pickpocket our gnome. I'm not going to make you guys watch the walking through the maze, because I mean it's a long walk. It's like a 2-minute walk, 3-minute walk, so I'll just skip this part ahead for you. And we're coming up to the gate, slowly but surely. I actually missed this spot of the maze. I spent months here killing these 2 hill giants, and at the time I thought it was terrible, but after world hopping for like 3 months for buckets of sand and soda ash, I would have killed to go back to killing 100,000 hill giants. So it was absolutely terrible. But let's go through this gate and we'll find a gnome. I wish Xtreme Gnome was here. I'd love to rob him, and he couldn't do nothing about it. But here's the diary task done, and now that we have the chunk completed, we get to roll. So this chunk here, I would have a construction cake task, but I'll talk about that here in a second. But you see other tasks I would have if I do pick this chunk. I do got the trawler, of course, and I know you can train construction on the trawler, but like I said, we'll talk about that in a second. Task here, none, so that'll be a freebie. Task here, I'm not exactly sure what that is, but it can't be that difficult. Probably kill a spider or something. That wouldn't be too bad. I should have a magic cape there too, so I'm not sure why that's not showing up. There's no task here. Observatory quest and continue my tree gnome village quest. And no task here. And sheep herder and a couple of easy clue hunter outfit stuff. That won't be terrible. So yeah, so going back to this chunk here for the construction task, I did the math, and if I use trawler to do my construction, it would take legit 8 years, I think it was, continuously playing without stopping. So it's a mean grind. That's all there is to it. Nobody in their right mind is going to do it. And if you don't like the decision, I'm sorry, but it's my life. But anyway, we're about to roll. And before I let the episode end, the chunk tasks are way incorrect on a couple of these. And the next episode, I will go in detail and explain what I found that made them wrong. But let's roll, and we get